What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Shehvoo's Ocean Clay. This is kind of how it looks like. Last video I did the activating oil cleanser. This is their post-styler clay, and then they also have a pre-styler, which is the ocean spray, but a lot of y'all wanted to see the clay first, so I decided to make the clay video first, and then I'll do the ocean spray later. But if this is something that you're interested in, or you just want to learn a little bit more about this product, then you're going to want to stick around. But we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, so first things first is the packaging and presentation of a product. Like I said in the last video, I think it's very modern, very simple, and very clean. I like the black top, white base. It just looks, that's just like a modern colorway in general. So overall, I think the packaging is great. I like the aluminum top too. They broke up the contrast between plastic and like aluminum top. It's very cool. And also, if you compare it to like a Fuerte styling clay, you can kind of see the similarities between the packaging. The only difference is that this is all plastic and this has the metal top. But overall, it's a great packaging, and I approve of it for sure. And it looks great on my countertop or wherever I put it. This comes in a 2.4 ounce jar. It's all organic, and it's sulfate and paraben free. So anyone that's anti-paraben or anti-sulfates, you got nothing to worry about. It is all organic product. Something to note is it is an oil-based with comparison to a water-based like clay pomade or matte paste by Arcadian or whatever it may be. I am biased because I like water-based better. It's a personal preference. It's nothing against oil-based by any means. I just like to style my hair, and then when I wash my hair with water, I just like the product to be out and my hair to just be 100% clean. But the good thing about this, it's all organic ingredients, so even if you just wash with water and it leaves like some residue in your hair, you can be like kind of satisfied knowing it's all organic and it won't really damage your hair. It's got good ingredients in it. The first couple ingredients of this product is beeswax, bentonite. Water doesn't even come until further down in the ingredient list, so that kind of indicates that it is an oil-based. But yeah, that's enough of just like the ingredients and the rundown. I'm going to kind of show you now of how the product works. I'm a personal believer of one product. I think pre-styler and like it's just a marketing scam kind of. I think to have to buy a pre-styler and a post-styler is just kind of, I think it's dumb, and it's just straight marketing. So I wanted to show you guys, if you were going to just solely buy the ocean clay, what it would look like. So what I went ahead and did is I put a little bit of ocean clay in my hair when my hair was damp and towel dry, and then I blow dried in the direction that I normally style. Blow drying is really, really key to getting the style that you want. So make sure when you blow dry, you try to focus on sculpting the shape and where you want your hair to lay, because that'll kind of indicate of how your hair will be styled in the end. So what I do is I use medium heats, and then I switch to cold air after to kind of lock in my hair. So what happens is your hair follicles open up with heat, and then you need to close the hair follicles with the cold air. So what I did is I blasted it with medium heat. Like I said, like the pre-styler is kind of like bogus, because you won't really damage your hair if you just stick to medium heats. Even with high heat, I think it's still fine, as long as you just don't get super close to your hair. Keep always like a distance of like 6 inches, and you'll be totally straight. But I always use my product as a pre-styler because it makes the product overall last longer. Because if you just use a little bit, you kind of coat your hair with it, and then you use like a blow dryer, it kind of melts the product down, and then you can kind of sculpt it in the way that you want. And like, this is what it looks like. Like, this is all like pre-styling. I just put a small scoop through, and it looks good. Like I can honestly just be okay with going through my day like this, but I'm gonna kind of show you how you can post-style it now. This is kind of how the product looks like. If I compare it to Fuerte's, you can see like the color similarities between the two. So this one is ocean clay, this is Fuerte's, and look how similar they look. Fuerte's, it's got a really strong or tangerine smell. It smells great. It's fruity. And ocean clay, it's got a light, like fruity scent, but in comparison to strength of scent, ocean clay is really like minimal. It probably wouldn't last that long throughout the day. It's just like how the product smells, and then over time, like probably 30 minutes, hour, you won't even smell it really. So if you look, this is how it scoops out. It's not too hard, not too, but not too easy. It's like a good balance between the two. I think it's because the beeswax really, but I'm gonna go ahead and break it down. Pretty easy. I didn't use that much. You saw me scoop it out. I didn't scoop out too much because I'm telling you, like if you just use a little bit pre-styling and then you use a little bit post-styling, you can save a lot of product, and this jar will last you much longer than if you just blow dried and then used a bunch of product after. Plus, like the foundation's already set and everything, so I just go in there and add a little bit, just to add a little bit extra hold, a little bit extra texture, and yeah. So I kind of emulsified it in my hand. I always start from the back, work my way forward because I don't want to overweigh my product in the front because it'll end up being weighed down. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Like I said, don't always like look at yourself when you style yourself in the mirror and stuff because you'll probably mess it up. Just get the product in there and then focus on styling after. So I kind of just like get in there like this. When I post style, I don't really get too into it. That's what the pre-styling is for. Pre-styling is to like get into the hair and make sure it's all the way through your hair and coated. And then this I just kind of just use to touch up. That's why I don't use that much. So like that, and then I kind of like start styling back into where it was before. And then put my sides down. I need to get a haircut for real, Jesus. And bam. And there you go. I mean, it's pretty much styled. It looks fairly similar to the way it was when I pre-styled, but just adding a little bit extra will add a little bit extra hold. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. And you can see it's got like a natural shine to it. It's not matte finish. So if you're looking for a matte finish, truly matte finish product, then this is probably not for you. But if you're looking just for like a natural shine product, then this could be it for you. It's got good texture. I think it's got fairly good hold. It smells great. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not a huge fan of oil-based, like I said, but, like, this product does pretty well for me. I really like it. Yeah, I need a haircut for sure. But, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think I covered everything with this product. I don't know if I left anything out, but I covered, I think, scents, the way it styles through my hair. But just like, I just wanted to recap. I kind of touched over it pretty quickly, but pre-styler products are kind of bogus. The only time I would only recommend a pre-styler is, like, I think Shehvoo, because they package these all three together. You can get the Ocean Spray, Ocean Clay, and Activating Oil Cleanser all three together in a package for like 45 bucks. That's the only time I would like recommend it if it was like packaged together. But honestly, you can just buy one product and use it as a pre-styler and post-styler. I think it's kind of bogus that you have to buy a pre-styler. I think it's just a marketing scam, to be honest. So just put like a little bit, emulsify when your hair is towel dried, and then blow dry and kind of focus on the blow drying and focus on the way that you're sculpting your hair during that process, because that will kind of set the foundation and standard of how your hair is going to sit for the rest of the day. So what I would recommend is using medium heat after you use a little bit of your product for pre-styler and just kind of blow dry into the position. Most of the time I finger comb. You can use a normal comb if you want a tighter fit, but like I like the looser fit, and I like using my hand because it adds like a lot more separation and texture to your overall finish than if you used a comb. And then make sure after you blow dry on medium heat or high heat, it's all personal preference, but I use medium heat just in case. And I always stay about 6 inches from my hair anyways. And then after you get the certain style that you want, use the cold setting and blast your hair and make sure you close all those follicles, because that's kind of how the damage happens. Is when you open your follicles, they're more susceptible to more damage. So just make sure you close it up with the cold heat. It's the same thing with your facial hair. When you shave, you put warm water on your face, and then you shave, and then you're supposed to use cold water to close your pores up. So it's the same thing with your hair. And then if you like the way it looks, then you're done. But if you want to just add a little bit more hold or something, just grab a little bit more product and run it through. But don't go super deep, because if you go super deep into your roots, you'll start kind of getting like a buildup of product. So I just kind of like run it through my hair real quick and then style. And yeah, I mean, it turned out pretty great. And if you have any questions, then leave them below in the comment section. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're brand new, hit the subscribe button and join the family for real. Yeah, I think that's everything I want I talked a little bit longer than I wanted to, but just want to make sure I made everything clear for you guys. And if you have any questions, for sure, leave a comment. Seriously, like I always answer all my comments. So thank you guys so much for sticking around, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.